Hi everyone, it's Phil here from Ashland Leather, and I have something very exciting today. I've got a box. In fact, it's two boxes taped together from Grant Stone, hoping to wear these for this year's Stitch Down Patina Thunderdome. And then as I ordered these, the guys from Grant Stone sent me a message. They said they had a brand new style coming out, something I haven't released, and they wanted to see what I thought about it. I might be wearing that instead. I think that's what the second box is here. So let's take the double boxes inside, see what we're going to be double doming with. I am so excited to open up these brand new Grant Stones. I actually had some other plans today that are now getting canceled because I see these have a label on the bottom that says Big Boot. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe they put this on all the boot boxes, but both of the boxes here say Big Boot on the bottom. Of course, it says Grant Stone on the top. Before I get to that, I wanted to show you a couple of the other Grant Stone boots that I have. This first one here was the first pair that I ever picked up. This is the natural Chrome Excel diesel boot. It has a day-night sole. Actually, they call this Dune Chrome Excel, but it's the natural Chrome Excel from Horween. These are my most used pair of Grant Stones, and I really, really love them. And even with me wearing these the most out of all my Grant Stone stuff, this day-night style sole on the bottom barely shows any wear and tear at all. And I really loved the fit on those natural Chrome Excel diesel boots. But there was something about this here. This is the black Chrome Excel diesel boot. And it's the same last, the same size as everything as on the Dune Chrome Excel that you just saw. It's just that the color is different. And the other big difference here is the sole on the bottom. Now these have a leather sole, and there's something special about these boots. When I wear these around, I get compliments on them all the time, and I don't normally get compliments on my footwear. I don't know what it's about, but people really like the look of this black Chrome Excel. Maybe it's that bright, shiny luster. What I like about it is this sort of framed look where we have the natural color of that fedge tan for the welt and the natural color of the outsole that sort of frames off the black Chrome Excel in a very interesting way. And I'm also really digging leather bottoms. I've just been really enjoying the comfort and flexibility of a leather sole. I just find them to be a little bit more comfortable. And in addition to this cool framed look, that leather bottom, the leather outsole, I've been a fan of recently. I find leather outsoles to be the most comfortable, but I'm starting to think I might want to try something like a half sole or the commando sole from Alden as like a nice happy medium, because the only thing that bothers me about the leather outsole is just how quickly I've worn through my other pair of Oak Streets. All right, that's just about enough of the old boot talk here. Let's take a look at what Grant Stone has sent me. I'm slightly worried that I'm not going to know how to properly describe whatever new thing is in here. The only thing I'm expecting out of these two pairs is a pair of natural Essex. So I'm not really certain what the other is going to be. All right, two boxes separated here. And I think I'll open up this one first. Let's see what this guy has in store for us. All right, box attached to a box, and inside one of those boxes is another box. So here's another box from in the box, the Inception box. Let's open this first guy up here and take a look. We've got our Grant Stone little goodie bag. Looks like the shoehorn is in here. Extra pairs of laces inside of this bag, which is absolutely great. We have a Grant Stone boot bag, shoe bag here. And I can feel, even before looking at this, that this one has like a little bit of a mock toe on the front. So this might be their brass boot, and I should probably look at the side. The bottom here says, this is the field boot in Walnut Bison. So this must be the new thing that I don't think they've ever seen before. So this will be your first look at the field boot in Walnut Bison. And man, check that out. Really cool. Nice shrunken texture on this bison. It has a really rich, waxy feel. That's the first thing that strikes me is the depth of color and then the waxy feel. Also, the boot has got a nice heft to it. And I'm also digging the sole choice. It's a pretty cool casual vibe here with that mock toe also. Man, these are really cool. And then we have a different leather for the collar that's a little bit darker, more like a walnut color. And I'd describe this color, what do they call it again? They call this walnut. That's probably appropriate. So Grant Stone is calling this color walnut. And I think walnut's a pretty good color name. It's got a nice little depth of color. You can tell that this has some sort of wax and oil blend finished onto the surface. At least that's what it feels like to me. And because it has that little bit of extra finished onto the top, when we displace it, when I rub my fingers underneath, like you see here, we're sort of revealing a little bit of that color underneath. So it's a little bit more orange underneath, I'd say, and a little bit more brown and red on the surface. Pretty nice depth of color here. And I like the contrasting stitching for the mock toe. Let me pull out the other one so we can see them together as a pair. And in the shoebox here, between the two pairs of boots, there's a nice bit of foam for extra padding in transport. Let's open up the second bag here. All right, second bag. Grant Stone on the front. Drawstring bag. Gonna open it up a bit. Here's the other walnut field boot. This is brand new from Grant Stone. I'm really glad that they offered to send this to me. And man, that shrunken character of the bison, I should talk about that a little bit more. This looks like a natural bison texture. It's a little bit different than most steer hides. I've noticed that this figuring and sort of shrunken pebbled look on bison tends to be really gnarly, really deep, and very random. So you can see the difference in texture all through this side of the boot is all over the place. A little bit more coarse in some areas, and a little bit tighter, more pebbled in other areas. Let me give you a closer look. So on the plug here, it's nice little bit of tight patterning there. I'm noticing up on the sides of the boot, all through the sides tend to be a little bit more coarse. And I think that's a good choice. There's also something that happens when you take a little bit of a textured pattern and put it around a last and stretch it out. It tends to relax the texture a little bit. So this might have been a little bit more textured on the side of the boot before lasting. But these are really nice looking. Let's take a look at them together. I mean, everything here looks really, really well done. It's really beautiful, very consistent, and everything matches very nicely. So I'm really excited to try these on. These should fit me because these are 9.5 triple wide, which are the same size as my diesel boots. So I'll be trying these on and I'll let you know. Man, all right, second box here. And I don't know if I'll be able to one up the pair we just looked at there, the field boot and the Walnut Bison. Those are really, really nice. And I'd be curious to hear where they get that leather from because I think it turned out pretty great. All right, next one here. I'm thinking this is going to be my Essex pair, but I'm not really sure. They might have, the guys over at Grant Stone may have surprised me. So again, we got a box within a box. And also, the big box has a big boot on the bottom, which I get a kick out of. I got to ask them what that's about. So here's a look at the second box, and let's open it up here. Looks like we got a nice little postcard. So maybe we can read this card together. It says, initial fit, place your shoe or boot on a carpet or shoe bag. After lacing, look for the widest part of your foot to settle in the widest area of your shoe. Extra room in front of the toes is expected. Footwear that shows signs of wear cannot be exchanged or refunded. So that's good to know. And I always try to try my stuff on a like a towel or some carpet. And here's a little thank you card with a signature from Wyatt. This looks like a different logo for this cloth here, which I actually like that chest piece. I think was that the Knight. Let's look inside here. More shoe bags from Grant Stone. I can see the Essex peeking out there. This one also has a mock toe. And let me look at the side here before I open this up. Yeah, this is the brass boot in tan Essex. You'll notice the size is a little different here. This is a 10.5 E, which is the size that they suggested. They didn't have the 9.5 triple wide available. So I'm hoping that these fit. And check that out. Really, really nice. I was just looking at my viewfinder of the camera here, and they look very orange in my camera, but in person, it's a really nice, subtle, a little bit more pale and less vibrant than I'm seeing on my viewfinder. So hopefully when I edit this up in post, I can get the color to match more accurately. But that is a really great look. Also, really clean looking leather. And what impresses me about this the most, it's very, very difficult to cut light colored leather. And on top of that, for the tannery, it's really hard to keep light colors clean. So as I'm looking around here and spinning around, I'm just seeing how clean and nicely finished this is. It's a really good job over there at Grant Stone. I also noticed the laces are a little bit different, which I like too. The color of these laces, really well thought out. It matches the color of that natural Essex very well. I don't know if you noticed this earlier, but these are the laces that come on the natural Chrome Excel diesel boot. These are rawhide leather laces. And the other great attention to detail on the black Chrome Excel, these are not rawhide laces for this diesel boot. These are actually flat waxed laces that are more of like a cotton. And these laces are entirely different altogether. They're more of like an oval shape. And of course that color matches very well to the natural Essex here. And inspecting this one a little bit further, the other difference with this pair is the sole is very different. This is more of like a lug sole. I'm thinking this for the winter. This was my original thought for the Thunderdome. Here in Chicago, we have a lot of snow, water, and ice. And I was thinking that this lug sole would give me a little bit of extra traction, which I still think would be great. But man, now I'm worried that I'm going to have 3 different pairs of boots to wear because these field boots, let me bring this out again. Just look how awesome that looks. These turned out great. Okay, let's pull out the second boot, the tan Essex. Open this guy up. Grant Stone bag. And here's the other one. We'll do the same little inspection here. I just never realized how much thought went into laces before, but they've done a nice job selecting those. All right, spinning this around. Looks like we got a good looking boot here. Everything's very clean, and like I mentioned on light color leathers in particular, it's really, really, really hard to keep this stuff clean. Not even just clean at the tannery, but also clean in the manufacturing process. I noticed it from making wallets myself. We actually stopped using the light color Essex leather because it was just getting so dirty. This one does look to be a little bit different than the natural Essex that I was using. This looks like it has a little bit of color to it. It might have like a really mild sort of semi-aniline finish to it, which is great because you can even out that light color. That's the challenge with light colors. It's hard to get them consistent looking. So by applying just like a little drop of pigment or a little drop of paint with your blend of stains and your finishing, it can even out that color and make it nice and consistent. So yeah, both of these boots are looking really great. I'll give you a look at the top here and then at the side again. These are awesome looking, and I'm really excited to try these on. I am so torn. I wasn't expecting to have to do this, but if you guys can tell me which of these two that you like. We got the brass boot in tan Essex, and we also have the field boot, which is brand new, in this Walnut Bison. And that's really awesome too. I'm wondering if just thinking out loud here, I'm wondering if for the Patina Thunderdome, it might serve me well to start off with a little bit of a lighter color. But man, this Bison is really compelling. So let me know what you guys think. Which one of these would you wear? Or maybe I just wear them both. Gosh, I'm so torn. Actually, maybe I'll just wear which one ever fits better. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Brand new field boot in the Walnut Bison or the tan Essex brass boot? Maybe just drop a comment. Leave me your thoughts of which one of these you would wear. Maybe tell me why. It'd be really interesting to hear from. So thanks for checking out the video today with this brand new boot from Grant Stone and the tan Essex from Grant Stone. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And until next time, I hope you have a good one.